Telegram founder says iPhone users are digital slaves. How about that? For a bit of a, it's a fiery headline right there. Telegram founder says developing software for Apple feels like working in the Middle Ages and calls anyone using an iPhone a digital slave amid Chinese surveillance accusations.
Wow.
Pavel Durov, Telegram's founder, who's still working on the app for Apple platforms, shared these comments recently in a New York Times investigation into Apple's relationship with China. So here's a quote. Apple is very efficient at pursuing their business model, which is based on selling overpriced, obsolete hardware to customers locked in their ecosystem. Every time I have to use an iPhone to test our iOS app, I feel like I'm thrown back into the Middle Ages. The iPhone's 60 hertz displays can't compete with the 120 hertz displays of modern Android phones that support much smoother animations. Well, this is a bit of a sidetrack for him. Just the refresh rate of the display doesn't have much to do with their relationship in China specifically or whatever concessions are made. But it's just another point. I guess he's taken multiple shots here. You are only allowed to use apps that Apple lets you install via their App Store, and you can only use Apple's iCloud to natively back up your data. It's no wonder that Apple's totalitarian approach is so appreciated by the Communist Party of China, which, thanks to Apple, now has complete control over the apps and data of all its citizens who rely on iPhones. This guy taking shots, pulling no punches, whatever you want to say. He's got all the keywords in there to create some heat, some steam.
You use an iPhone. Do you agree with him?
I'm getting spied on over here. I don't know. I mean, an iPhone, to be fair, an iPhone in China is not the same thing as an iPhone elsewhere because the App Store is treated differently, right?
Mm-hmm.
And because the web is treated differently, right? If I'm in China without a VPN, I'm having a much different experience there. And it is worth noting that there aren't that many big tech, American big tech companies doing business in China. We talked about Google in the past. Facebook is not really there. There's many that just couldn't comply. Either their business model wouldn't allow for it or they chose not to for whatever reason. Apple is kind of an outlier in that sense. Tesla is also there and trying to make a go of it. But for the record, Telegram has had its beefs with Apple in the past. It was removed temporarily. It's in direct competition with the likes of iMessage. So there's incentive here as well, which is an important piece to put in there. There's an incentive there to put these attacks out there. But I use Telegram a little bit. I mean, the messaging app thing is just, there's a lot of, many options out there now. Signal is out there, which is also aims to be incredibly secure. And obviously WhatsApp, huge player from Facebook. But anyway, Apple has definitely been under the spotlight for its compliance with Chinese laws. And it's beginning, I guess, to take some degree of scrutiny here by this individual, but also, I suppose, by the New York Times doing this investigation into Apple's relationship over there.